Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing? It is December 17th, 2024, and it's a Tuesday, so it's time for True Intentions Tuesdays. Welcome to Enfys Tarot. I'm going to pull from my True Intentions Tarot deck to find out what their true intentions are. So start thinking about someone in your life, and let's see if we can figure out where they're coming from, what their perspective is, and then we will follow it up with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck to find out what's the best course of action to take with this person. So start thinking about that person in your life that you would like to, dig into a little deeper with, maybe figure out a way to resolve something from the past. They're a new person in your life and you're not really sure about them. What are their intentions? Okay, this really helps to clear up some of our interpersonal relationships and allows us to step into a more empathetic place so that we know better what other people are thinking. Sometimes that's tough, sometimes, especially if there's been some kind of a conflict. It's really hard to be empathetic and see their point of view. So this is helpful. This is really a good way to find that starting point. It's always important to meet in the middle, and it's hard to meet in the middle when you don't know what they're thinking. So I'm just going to keep shuffling. I shuffle until the ancestors tell me to stop. It's a lot like cooking. I sprinkle in the seasonings and what have you until my ancestors say, okay, that's enough. Well, what is this one? Future. I'm thinking ahead and wondering what our relationship will be like in the future. Okay, so so there's someone in your life who doesn't really know which direction to take, and they're wondering what your true intentions are. They can't know which way to go or what the future is going to hold until they have a better idea what you're thinking. So let's find out what you should do about this. I'm sure some of you are in interpersonal relationships where maybe you don't want a future with this person, and the opposite end of the spectrum, maybe there are people in your life who you really want to keep around for the long haul. So let's find out what is the best plan of action for everyone to take with this person who's wondering about what your future holds. I got a little clue just now in my shuffling here, and it's telling me like to go with it. I got the Ace of Wands. It's the thumbs up card, and it was like keep feeling what you're feeling until it's time to pull. Listen to the deck. Here we go. All right. Oh, well, the first card coming out is the Seven of Wands, which is the victory card. All right. This is overcoming obstacles. This is taking on challenges as they occur and being successful over and over again until, the war is won. It's succeeding it's winning the battles all along the way to get to ultimate success. And then you've got the Four of Pentacles here. So you're holding on to something. Wow, I think for some of you, maybe you've had a bit of a tumultuous back and forth kind of thing, and maybe you're not sure exactly how things are going with this person because they seem to, and I'm not getting the sense that this is sort of like a codependent, toxic back and forth relationship. Okay, this is the opposite of that. This is when people are able to communicate well and overcome challenges. Think of a relationship think of a good marriage, when people have been married for 75 years and you talk to them and they're like, what's your secret to marital success? And they're like, they have their answers, whatever works for them. And this is the kind of thing that's coming through today for some of you, is that you have this person in your life, and somehow every time there's a disagreement or a misunderstanding or a place where you are not seeing eye to eye, you're able to figure out a solution. You're willing to compromise, you're willing to share. And there's a lot of generosity in that kind of relationship. And it's funny that the idea of generosity is coming through on the Four of Pentacles, because typically the Four of Pentacles is kind of the opposite, like holding on to stuff and not being willing to let go. But in this case, you're holding on to the concept of this successful relationship. All right, then we've got the Three of Swords coming through, and that tends to mean heartbreak. So who right now is in the middle of a situation with their significant other, and they're really heartbroken and not sure how you're going to make it through this? Clearly, that is what's going on right now for some of you. Some really passionate feelings going on. Here's the Ace of Wands upright. And there's our generosity. Yeah, here's the thing. So, it's just, I have such a clear picture in mind that's coming through. It's just such a clear message that for some of you, you have an incredible relationship with your partner. This does not only pertain to marital bliss. This also pertains to any interpersonal relationship. Okay, so it could be a dear close friend. It could be a business partner. Doesn't matter what the relationship is. The mechanics of the relationship are the same no matter which one we're talking about. And those mechanics are being able to communicate, holding on to the concept of the big picture of the relationship. And that's your goal, right? Is having relational success with this person for the long haul. And so within that, you have these opportunities where even when you're feeling really passionately about something, whether or not you're seeing eye to eye with this other person, you both are able to balance the scales. You're both able to see what's needed for each other in each moment. There's a grand sense of generosity here. There's a big, big sense of knowing when and how to communicate, of knowing when and how to offer your energies or assistance, of knowing when and how to comfort the other person. It's this sense of absolute fairness and generosity. It's when you really love and care for someone else. And even if right now you guys are going through something that's really heartbreaking, you're going to figure out how to work through it because you're both coming from a place of generosity and care and empathy and compassion for the other person. So keep going with that. That's going to be your success here. If you guys want a future together, continue doing what you've always done before and continue being generous and continue working out whatever needs to be worked out. And here's the working out. Keep practicing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep on honing your skills. This is how those long-term relationships seem to last. It's when you continue, you have your goal, you're choosing the other person. You wake up in marriage, you wake up every day and you make a choice. Do I choose to be with my partner today in unison, working with them, or am I choosing to be separate from them? Am I choosing to be their enemy today? Am I choosing the grass is greener today? Every single day you wake up, if you're married or if you're in a serious relationship with someone, you're choosing to be with them. You're making a choice. And that choice you make is going to absolutely determine how that day looks, and how that day looks is going to impact how future days down the road are going to look. So keep that in mind. And then here's your 10 of Swords. If you want this situation to come to an end, especially if you feel as though you have been betrayed in some way, or the other person has been betrayed by you in some way. If you have been hurting each other over this situation, understand that it is this practice of generosity that you've been doing over and over and over again that's still needed. You still need to practice it in this situation too, even if the situation seems and feels bigger, like a bigger betrayal, a bigger issue. Can we get through this? Can we get past this? Has there been infidelity? Has there been a secret? Has there been some situation where one or the other feels like you can't communicate with your partner, or you feel like your partner wasn't communicating with you, and so there's this sense of not togetherness, right? And you're wondering if you can get through that and make it to the next stage. You can. You absolutely can. Continue doing what you've been doing, and it will work just as well this time as it always has in the past. Yeah, some of you are thinking about, okay, if maybe I can't be in this situation right now, maybe this is it. People are telling me that I should not look to forgive, or people are telling me that this relationship isn't going to work and it's time to move on. And I'm thinking about, this is that card about choosing your partner. If that's what you want, you got to choose. Okay? You can't keep thinking about all the other options. There is an opportunity here for you to succeed. And if there's something hidden, if there's hidden information, the only way you're going to get it is through the practice of this same kind of behaviors and habits that you've been exercising in this relationship. Listen to your gut. Okay, listen to the inner wisdom. Don't listen to other people. Other people don't know your relationship. I don't know your relationship. Your best friend doesn't understand your relationship. Your mother doesn't understand your relationship. You and your partner, you know what to do. Okay? And if you believe that you have a successful future ahead of you, and we're not talking about codependent relationships. There are some of you out there where your mothers and your sisters and your best friends and your brothers are like, look, you got to get out of this because this is an abusive, toxic cycle. We're not talking about that here. This is not applying. This is not applicable to those situations. This is something very, very different. This is long-term, real twin flame energy, real soulmate energy, good partnership energy. If you fit there, and you know if you do, that's what we're talking about, okay? Yeah, and here finally it's not time to go your separate ways. It really, really isn't. Stick it out. Stick it out a little bit further. Work through this, whatever this challenge is, work through this just like you have every other challenge in the past, because you do have a future together. Yeah, and here, I love that this card is coming up. The 9 of Wands. This card speaks to so many because it's when you're taking that moment and you're reflecting on all of the things that led up to where you are right now. You're feeling tired, you're feeling battered and bruised, you're feeling exhausted, like, I don't know if I want to keep going, right? Some of you are feeling that right now. Some of you are feeling so much pain right now, and fear. I'm picking up on some fear for some of you. Like, some of you are wondering how you're going to get through this. You know, I'm really picking up on that instability, that vulnerability and fear. It's a natural feeling for you to be having right now if you're dealing with what I think you're dealing with. And I'm hearing that and I'm feeling that. So just take this moment. Just take this moment right now to look at all the things that brought you to where you are and make your decision to keep going a little bit further. Look, you're almost at the end here. Not the end of your relationship. You're almost at the end of this challenge, of this hurdle. And this is going to bring you closer. And it is the waxing and waning, the back and forth. No relationship is ever perfect 100% of the time. And by perfect, I'm saying that from a very immature, human, ego-driven standpoint, okay? When I say the word perfect pertaining to this conversation, I'm saying it can't always look like sunshine and daydreams. It can't always be comfortable, right? The perfection in a relationship, though, really does come from the ups and downs. That is how you strengthen a bond. That is how you really learn about another person. Stay open. Stay really open. Yeah, the star, you have the potential to realign here. Your star is in reverse. It's not a great time right now. You're not feeling fantastic right now. There may have been some unhealthy bits that have come in to your relationship and have affected what's going on right now, but it's part of what's needed. The star is always about timing, right? The star, even when it's in reverse, is reminding you you're exactly where you're supposed to be right now, no matter where you are. And it's going to be okay. You're going to be able to walk away from this situation of defeat. Right now, you're feeling defeated. It's okay to feel defeated. If your goal is to be with this person and explore a deeper relationship with them and be together for the long haul, it is okay to feel defeated from time to time and then move forward. And it's a time for honesty from both of you. Any secrets that you've been holding on to, it's time to open up right now. And it's time to allow the space for them to open up as well. Let the truth come out. When you have cards like the High Priestess, where we know there's some information that is still remaining hidden behind the veil some way, and then you've got the Seven of Swords coming out in reverse, the secret is going to be revealed, okay? The truth is going to set you free. Remember that. The truth shall set you free, all right? So let's see if there's one more card. The Three of Wands, it's up to you. You get to choose which direction to go here, okay? No matter what this conversation is about, no matter what you're hearing in this conversation, the bottom line is the choice is yours, okay? The ball is really in your court. If you want to continue this relationship, if you want to have this long-term goal of solid, happy union with whoever this person is, make the choice to do that and let the truth come out and deal with it. And if that's not what you want, make that choice, okay? And then act on it. But know that there is a future. And honestly, if you have someone kind of waiting for you to make a decision and the ball's in your court, right now you are being asked to make the choice and make it soon. Don't keep dragging it out. Don't keep them on the hook. It's time to make your choice, all right? So there you have it, folks. There's your True Intentions Tuesday. Definitely some of you guys working through some stuff. And for some of you, if the choice is that you don't want to be with this person or in this relationship any longer, let them know and then move on. Free them and yourself from, the hanging on. And if you think that there's something to work toward, definitely make the choice now to work toward it. Just start acting on it, okay? Well, thank you guys so much for stopping in today. This has been Enfys Tarot. If you enjoyed this content, please consider liking and subscribing. If there's someone that you think this could benefit, please share it with them. And definitely, hit me up with your comments and let me know how things are going. I'd love to hear about them. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow for All Signs Wednesday. Take care.